So hi guys, this is the editorial video of Codechef Long Challenge July 2020 problem chef and strings. So let us look at the problem statement. The link to the problem statement is also given in the description, so you can have a look at the problem statement from there. So I'll give a brief introduction of what the problem is. So basically we have been given an array of strings and chef is trying to move from one string to another, and we need to count that how many number of strings he skipped by moving from one string to other. So let us understand the problem with the help of an example. Suppose we have been given this array. So if the chef is moving from string 1 to 6, then how many number of strings is skipped? We need to take a count of that. So we have seen that there are 4 strings, 2, 3, 4 and 5, which have been skipped. So how we can calculate is, we can calculate the absolute difference of the strings that is given in the question, and we can subtract 1 from it. So why we are taking absolute value is, suppose we have been given 11 and 6, so 6 minus 11 will be minus 5, so the absolute value of minus 5 will be 5. So we need to take a count, positive count of the number of strings that have been skipped. And why we are subtracting 1 from it is because we need not to take the values 6 and 1. So we'll subtract the value 1 to get the middle elements, right, the strings which have been skipped. So we'll take the difference and we'll get the value, and after computing this, for this particular case, what we'll get that 4 strings have been skipped. And we'll compute this for the whole array, like for 1 and 6 we have calculated, then we'll calculate for 6 and 11 and 11 and 6, and we'll add all these values and then provide the output. So let us look at the coding part. So I think code is quite easy. First we'll take the test cases, and then we'll take an integer n, and for an array we'll take the input, and then we'll make a variable difference which will store the total difference for all the strings. And from I equals to 1 till n, what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to get the difference of the ith and I minus 1th string by computing with the formula that as we have discussed in the example, like array I minus 1 for the 2 strings, and get a value 1 subtracted from it, and then I'll add this total number of skipped strings to the overall difference, and at last I'll output the difference. So this was the whole question. I think it was the first question and easy question as far as Codechef Long Challenge has been concerned. And if you have any doubts in this problem, you can always ask your doubts in the comment section, or we have provided the mails in the description, so you can ask your doubts. So if you want to learn dynamic programming, so I have made a 15 days dynamic programming tutorial in which you will learn the different concepts of dynamic programming, like states in dynamic programming, memoization, how we can apply that in particular problems for competitive programming. So you can have a look at dynamic programming series. And if you want to learn graphs for competitive programming, I have also made a series for graphs also, so you can also learn graphs for competitive programming. The link to these 2 series is in the description, so you can have a look at it. And at last, please do like, share and subscribe my channel. Thank you for watching.